Sup YouTube? Been a little busy lately, spending my money on everything except for knives, but at the same time I've been finding out how to buy them, so I've got a couple more coming here and there, but mostly budget offerings. I'm saving up for a new motorcycle, moving out, doing all kinds of junk, so been trying to take it easy. Right here, there's a 10 million reviews already on this. This is a Kershaw thermite. This isn't even the black wash, this is the plain old original thermite, and I freaking love it, man. Wonderful design. I've carried it a couple days. Kind of adjusted the pivot a little bit here and there to make sure it was nice, and I just heard all the horror stories with the pocket clips, so I just heated it up with a hair dryer for about a minute and a half, and came out like butter. So all you guys stripping your screws out there, don't strip your screws. And then you gotta hit up Kershaw, and they're cool about everything, but if you don't have to do that, why would you? So but here it is, thermite hinderer design with Kershaw, budget offering, made in China, 8CR13 MOV, which I actually really like. Got something in the G10 there. A lot of people aren't into it. I'm very into it. It's cheap, holds edge alright for what I need it to do, and now that I have a Spyderco sharp maker, doesn't even matter. I'll just run it through and she'll be ready to slice and dice whatever I need it to do all over again. So there's that. It's got that polished lock bar stabilizer, and so this is my first Kershaw. Not only is it my first Kershaw, it's my first speed safe opener. That's really bugging me right there. I've had a couple assisted knives over time, but they just didn't really hold up, so we'll see how long this one lasts. It is freaking smooth, man. I didn't lube it or anything. I just kind of fixed the pivot down, tightened it up a little, loosened it up until I got it where I wanted it. And it's nice. It deploys both ways with the thumb stud and the flipper very smoothly. And I'm not even pushing it. I'm not light switching it to get it to flip or anything like that. I'll show you here. I'm literally just pushing in lightly, and it almost fully extends there. So if you just kind of press it in, it'll fly right open, man. Same thing with these, flies right open. So see that lock up, and that's pretty early of a lockup for a budget folder, if you ask me. Like, that's nice, honestly. Stainless is stainless, so it's nice and smooth to disengage. Ergos are awesome. I see why people love them now. At first I was looking into pimping it out, maybe acid washing it, getting a new scale on here on this G10 side, and then maybe doing like a flow through in the back or something. But I'm not gonna pay more than I paid for this knife to make it look better, because if you ask me, it already looks great. It's got that Spanto grind there. Like everyone says, I kind of wish that flat ground tip would be a little bit bigger, but it's enough to pierce or get anything I need to, with that little tip there. So but yeah, it's smooth. So I just got a couple other knives here, do a little bit of a size comparison. This is a 3.5 inch blade. I think the closest thing I have to that right now is my Rat 1, which, if you don't have one of these yet, get one. Great product for the price. I mean, I actually scored mine for like $20. I'll say liner lock, $20 sounds about right. I'm into it. It was a good deal. It's solid, very smooth, as you could see. Flies open almost damn near as if it was assisted. Ergos are good. So that's around 3.5 inch. This one should be a little bit smaller. That's my Real Steel H6S1 with the Sandvik. So quite a bit smaller, honestly, but it was exactly the same price. So these are both in the $35 range, and it's also a frame lock bar stabilizer that actually is also a lock. But so there's that, and then the last one, Paramilitary 2. Pop this bad boy out just because everyone knows this knife. Now these aren't even in the same ballpark, really, if you ask me, but especially this one. This is, I don't know if I made a video of it and I made a mistake and said that it was a sprint run. It's actually a Knife Works exclusive for that CTS 204P, and that's a super steel, baby. I got this on a trade. It's actually decently clean for how used it is. Check that out. That's what I call broken in. My other paramilitary 2's in my car right now, so I would have grabbed that one to go through or make another video with both of them. It would have been, it's a all black one, but it's an idea on size. Again, this is just a hair longer, and that is right there. So there's some size comparisons for you there. I found the thermite to be a little clunky with a lanyard on it. I took it off. I had the same thing happen with the paramilitary too. I used to carry a lanyard on them. These two were definitely more comfortable without a lanyard to me. This one I don't carry often, so I don't really think it mattered too much to me. And this has a deep carry, but it does have a little bit of room. But you know, this wasn't a very obtrusive lanyard I put on here, so it's just as comfortable. But I found this to be a little weird on this one. When I was holding it, it would move around and be up here on in my hand. It wasn't creating a hot spot or anything, but it wasn't the most comfortable. But other than that, great knife for the price. You just cannot beat it. $35. This was the only thing that was in that price range really right now for me that I picked up recently that was pretty badass. So check it out. I recommend it. Get yourself a thermite as soon as you can. I'm almost kicking myself in the ass for taking as long as I did. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.